As much as I love discussing Queen, it can get a little tiresome, and that's why today I wanted to mix things up a bit, this time taking a look back at Freddie Mercury's solo music. It's crazy how good Freddie's solo discography was. You've got his 1985 debut with Mr. Bad Guy, then Barcelona, a spectacular collaboration between Mercury and Montserrat Caballé, and finally there's a boatload of singles that were released at various points in time. In my defense, love kills. But let's stop beating around the bush, and finally discuss precisely why everyone loves Freddie Mercury's solo music. Right, let's get the elephant out of the room. Freddie's solo career acts as an extension of what Queen did, and that's what I've always appreciated most about Mercury's solo work. It's as though someone's saying, hey, I heard you like Queen and are trying to find something new to listen to. Well, here's Freddie Mercury's entire solo discography. You're welcome. In addition, due to Freddie's solo music being separate from Queen, this allowed Mercury to experiment more than Queen ever did, because there wasn't as much pressure to create a masterpiece. That's why even with Mr. Bad Guy, Freddie Mercury employs the pop and disco genre, and only a few years later in 1987, Barcelona consists of the opera genre, being unlike anything Freddie had done with Queen. And speaking of opera, Mercury experimented more with his voice. Just a look no further than Living on My Own, where Freddie Mercury can be heard scatting and shrieking. And don't even get me started on the Golden Boy. Another point I would like to make is that lyrically, tracks were much more personal to Freddie. The best example is with Made in Heaven, which Mercury wrote about his struggle with fame.
I'm playing my role in history, looking to find my goal.
All I'm trying to say is, Freddie Mercury's solo discography is unlike anything we heard from Queen, and that's what makes it so special. Nevertheless, let's now discuss some of Freddie's most popular solo numbers. I Was Born to Love You. Let's begin by looking at the most overlooked element of this single, the video. For many of us, this was the first music video we saw of Freddie as a solo artist. And what a great first impression. He's presented as having everything, the voice, sex appeal, and his costume is awesome. During this video, we witness him dancing in front of mirrors, chasing after women, and there's this spectacular sequence. Lyrically, I've always seen this song as being written about this immense feeling of love, knowing that you were born to love someone for the rest of your life.
Ooh, I was born to love you.
The instrumental establishes that vibrant disco pop sound, which remains synonymous with Mercury's solo debut. The single is exhilarating with the fast tempo and unforgettable synth sounds. The next track I wish to discuss is Living on My Own. The lyrics are especially personal to Freddie. This is what he had to say about them.
It's my living on my own. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm living on my own, but I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I'm living on my own, and I'm having a boogie time.
Despite the upbeat instrumentation, the number is poignant lyrically, being written about how Mercury's loneliness is driving him crazy. This is only further emphasized through his memorable scat singing later on in the song. Even though his isolation causes him to break down and cry, he keeps going because he can sense that good times are not far away. For me personally, while I love the original, it's the remixed version by the No More Brothers which is my favorite, and I'm sure many of you are more familiar with the 1993 version due to it being the bigger hit. The No More Brothers version is more dance-oriented and dramatic. This mostly stems from how the number begins, and how there is a greater emphasis on the instrumentals rather than Freddie Mercury's vocals. I can't get enough of in between the middle and the end of the track. It features this sweet build-up rap, along with Freddie's scat singing. In terms of the music video, I'll be focusing on the original. I'd consider this to be Mercury's greatest solo video. I mean, it was filmed at his 39th birthday party. It does a great job of showcasing the fun that Freddie Mercury lived for, as we witness him dancing with his friends, and you may be able to recognize quite a few faces in this music video. Barcelona, the vocals are splendid here. It was Freddie's collaboration with Montserrat Caballé, and there was nothing holding him back.
It was the first time that we met. What is it all?
The vocals from these two greats are complemented by the terrific instrumentation. The instrumentals are impactful and dramatic. It's everything you would want from the title track. The lyrics display the admiration Mercury had for Montserrat Caballé. She requested he wrote Barcelona about her hometown. The song tells the story of meeting a lover in an exquisite city.
Such a beautiful horizon.
On the subject of the music video, you may be wondering, is this Brian May? Well no, it is in fact Mike Moran who co-wrote the song, although their haircuts are almost identical. When it comes to Love Kills, the number employs elements of electronic music. I believe this is what makes the song stand out within Freddie's solo discography. Out of all of Freddie Mercury's solo tracks, I hear this single and the remix of Living on My Own the most on the radio. Freddie's vocal performance is remarkable as he makes the most of his 4-octave range, hitting some incredibly high notes. It really adds to the ambience of Love Kills. The lyrics touch on the negative sides of love, how it can ruin you emotionally and is nothing more than a pastime.
Drills you through your heart.
Honestly, I wish there was a music video for Love Kills. I can just imagine flashing lights as we witness Freddie Mercury dancing along to the artificial sound of this song. In my defense, while this number was not written by Freddie, I still find it necessary to mention, mainly since it's a favorite of mine. I find this track to be especially moving, particularly when played in conjunction with the video, as we witness behind the scenes footage of Queen's frontman. Along with him performing live, it humanizes him and is emotive, but in terms of the actual song, I find it to be spectacular.
Love is here and then it's gone.
The instrumentation and vocal performance make this track both saddening and uplifting at the same time. The choruses are full of power, meanwhile the verses portray Freddie as vulnerable. It relates to how there was the performer Freddie Mercury and the real Freddie Mercury, Farrokh Bulsara. Beautiful track. In summary, I hope this video has given you a greater understanding of why we love Freddie's solo music. If that be from the high-octane sound of I Was Born to Love You, or Freddie's incredible vocal performance with Barcelona. While I do not find Mercury's solo music to be necessarily overlooked, I just thought it was worth reminding you why his solo discography is remarkable. Until next time, what other Freddie Mercury solo tracks should I discuss? Make sure to like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, have a great day and bye.